It's time for the Timeless Roofing Friday morning sports drive, 6:30 to 8, live from Punk's PB&J, where we're open for breakfast, lunch, and catering. Timeless Roofing, over 25 years experience, licensed and insured, quality, integrity never go old at timelessroofingsc.com. Call for a free quote, 803-687-4184. Saluda Now is sponsored by Ag South, Allen Harmon Trucking, Berry Insurance Agency, Bobby K. Roof Builders, Carolina Healthcare, Saluda Family Practice, Dr. Deborah Gray, CB Forest and Son, Cricket Wireless, Crumley Ford, Crouch Hardware and Farm Supply, Dr. Ralph and Riley M.D., Economy Furniture, Edwards Heating and Cooling, Floyd Nicholson for Senate District 10, H&R Block, JRA Exterminating, Josh Price for Sheriff, Kelly White State Farm Insurance, Lakebury Properties, Luncheon Treats, Mix of Saluda, Molly Spearman, Secretary of Education, Motor Coach Paint and Body, Newberry Hospital, Northland Cable, Persimmon Hill Country Club, Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing, Punk's PB&J, Ramey Funeral Home, Saluda Body Collision Repair and Towing, Saluda Livestock Market, Saluda Nursing and Rehab Center, Saluda Smile Makers, South State Bank, The Added Touch, the Law Office of Nancy T. Jordan, the Ridge Baptist Association of Churches, the Town of Saluda, Timeless Roofing, Wizards of Batesburg, Leesville, and World Finance Corporation. We're glad you're tuned in each week as we cover all sports. So call in to tell us your thoughts. Prizes and giveaways and great times are ahead. We thank you for joining us this Friday for the Timeless Roofing Friday morning sports drive, live from Punk's PB&J.
And good morning, everyone. And finally, I cut my microphone on. We're so glad to have you on the Timeless Roofing Friday morning drive-in show. Good morning, Paul. How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
Doing great. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm wonderful, Bulldog Bird. How you doing this morning, buddy?
How you doing, Jeffrey Jordan?
Hey, doing great. Looking forward to a possible football game tonight.
Good morning, Thomas Strickland. How you doing?
Doing good. Good morning.
And we want to say good morning to everybody here at Pumps. We got us a little audience here this morning. And we appreciate everybody coming in to show up for the show. And you want to call in right now, win our prize. It's a $30 gift card to the Added Touch. Win a $30 gift card. Pick it up at Crouch's this morning. Of course, the hot topic for today is the South Carolina High School League said that if love the music. Yes, Jason Jordan, that's Van Halen.
Ain't much gets that. Rabbit Trail. Here we go.
Y'all know Van Halen passed away this week.
Yeah.
And,
yes, in peace. Absolute music legend.
So we had a little jump music. We'll hear that tonight at the stadium, I'm sure. Dr. Vackus get that record tuned in. This morning, the news is the South Carolina High School League is going to disqualify any team that comes down with the COVID during the playoff. What's your thoughts, Paul?
I could see it. I mean, because you talking about 2 weeks time. Everything gets. We can be out in April playing the playoffs. So I mean, they're gonna have to do something. But it wouldn't surprise me if they play regular season or even if we have playoffs. I don't know if we'll have playoffs and just play regular season. I think right now us and Gray may be the only teams in our region that don't have COVID.
Keep your fingers
Well,
toes crossed.
that's till 7:30 this evening, but
Yeah.
the way I was serious with that, Gray would call anybody and let them know they got
I
the
wouldn't
COVID.
think so.
I
No.
feel pretty secure about this game night unless we get it.
Yeah, is my mic on?
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it this week, and a little bit last week. Just talking with different people, and when high school playoffs start in the state of South Carolina, you're going to see a drastic reduction in the cases of COVID virus, because nobody's going to report. Yeah, I mean, can you see Abbeville saying we got a good chance to win the state championship? By the way, we got one guy that hung out with somebody that had COVID. I don't think it's going to happen. To be honest with you, I don't.
I got a solution. Playoff time, if we're fortunate enough to make it, which I think we will, just come to Crouch's, get you some of that 3/8 log chain, and lock them all in the gym.
There you go.
Just keep them in the gym, give them 3 meals a day, let them work out, and we'll play football. How about that?
That sounds like a good plan to me.
My thought on that was, I got to thinking about the state championship weekend and what happens if one of the teams comes up with it on a Monday. Do they give that team that they're playing the championship, or do they give the team that they beat the week before the opportunity to play in it? It's going to be interesting to see stuff like that, whether they going to just forfeit or replace them.
Well, I would think you probably just have to forfeit them. You couldn't give the team that lost a chance to win when they got put out. But I mean, that's a good point.
It's the high school league we're talking about.
How did that
And
happen?
that's going to depend too if the I'm sorry, Bulldog. That's going to depend too if the high school league say, all right, let's use December the 5th for example. All right, that's the deadline. If we don't play it by then,
Yeah, they got it.
But now if they got a flexible schedule and say, okay, but that's going to go back to moving. I think this year, and that could cause us to go back to playing at a high school stadium instead of like at William Bryce, Clemson, or Benedict or places. Because if you need to move a game for a week, 10 days,
Yeah.
I mean, you would play in a high school stadium.
Yeah.
But now if they got a flexible on the date, and I mean, you say you got January the 3rd to get it in, I mean, I don't see nothing. You definitely wouldn't reward somebody that got beat.
I wouldn't think so, no.
And if you the person that was in the championship game, I wouldn't want to be the state champion knowing that
Yeah.
Tom might play 2 snaps a game. He got asymptomatic, no symptoms whatsoever, and we not getting to play, and they losing because of that. Every champion wants to be a true champion, so I wouldn't.
Yeah.
If you just gonna nominate somebody they had to forfeit, I mean, you're best not to have it anyway.
That's right.
Call in 864-980-7768. Win a $30 gift card. We'll be right back after this commercial break. You're watching the Timeless Roofing Friday Morning Sports Drive here on Saluda Now. mic cut on. And we're back with the Timeless Roofing Friday morning sports drive. Over 25 years experience, licensed and insured, quality integrity never get old with timelessroofingsc.com. We'll make you a free quote right now, 803-687-4184. We're glad to be here at Punk's PB and Jam. We just had a delicious breakfast, and we're looking forward to a good lunch here today, and hope you'll come out and be with the good folks here. We'll get you the special in just a moment, but we're back here with all the Saluda Now staff and Saluda Now cast. Thank you so much for being here today. Now, let's move on today and talk about college football a little bit. All right, who's playing? What time's that start? What time's it start? 8 o'clock? 7:30, okay. Wow.
Understand how we've been doing this for 5 years, and we still don't have no sound.
We on now?
Teddy Hefner has sound every day. Bill Cornbloom has sound every day. The Spurs Up show has sound every day. We ain't got no sound. We got 40 cords hooked into the.
I can hear you now.
You got sound as soon as you started out. All right, here we go. Somebody said that's what Jason thinks. We on the DJ, thank you. We having some technical difficulties again. I think we got
Bill Cornbloom has sound.
there we go. Once we start all the merging, the sound comes back on. So apparently that works out well. We're actually talking about Miami having the athletes, but maybe not enough athletes to compete with Clemson. And I think that Miami does have the athletes. I think that I just think they're not where they need to be yet. I think, give them a couple of years, I think they might be back. But I do think Clemson's a little bit much for them. I just hope Clemson plays.
I do want to see Miami get to break out the turnover chain Saturday night. That thing's right.
Turnover chain, yeah.
That's right.
But I still think the key of the game is going to be the quarterback for Miami. Picking up first downs when a regular quarterback, well, the guy we got in Carolina, can't pick up them. You get one of them losing quarterbacks, you go for Sean.
All them quarterbacks.
That can run, that one that 3rd and 5, and he's back there. He looks up, they pick up 9 doggone yards, so you ain't.
And I mean, you just keep the chains moving, and that's gonna be. He'll use his feet more Saturday night than he has in the. And this is his
Sounds out again.
NFL debut game, so.
And traditionally Clemson does have problems with running quarterback, mobile quarterback. If you look, they always give Clemson an issue. We always go back to Syracuse, quarterback from Syracuse, beat Clemson. Same thing. He can move. So, the mobile quarterback always worries me.
I'm not worried because last week the defense didn't play as good. And they let that quarterback run around a little bit. Venable's going to have something up his sleeve this week. That's was my key. If they didn't play Virginia last week and played well on defense, I'd be a little worried. But they played a little behind the 8 ball. They didn't keep him in the pocket. I think this week Venable's going to have something for him.
What's wrong with the Thomas boy, Xavier Thomas? Why is he been out 3 weeks?
He was COVID positive, and then he had strep throat immediately after.
What's he doing?
He might come back this week.
I
read something.
I think a lot got to do with that Thomas boy that goes back last year when his daddy got out of prison. Clemson paid him $250,000 for a push pressure washing machine. And I'm serious.
Listen.
I'm serious. I think it's the NCAA.
I'm glad you brought that up. Let's talk about that a little
But
bit.
no, I'm serious.
What
I'm
push
not
y'all
joking
talking
on.
about?
I needed my house pressure washed. You reckon he'd come do it from Clemson?
Well, he served a lengthy time.
What push y'all talking about?
$249 pressure washing system.
Yeah.
And bought a $300,000 house.
Yeah.
And that's fact.
Right,
You
that-
can fact check that. But I think if NCAA
Was it New Springs Church?
He's gonna be a second round pick if he don't play all year.
Did New Springs Church pay for that?
And they owe it to him.
I don't know that boy's played enough to get $250,000. I'm just gonna say that out there. I mean,
Well, now this is his first year.
He's a master negotiator.
I mean, I don't think
But this was a sealed deal. This boy grew up in Carolina pajamas.
Yeah.
Had Gamecocks all over. They showed the wall. Gamecocks all over the wall, and then overnight he woke up.
Yep.
And we want to wish happy birthday to Coop.
Cooper, happy birthday,
Coop.
buddy.
Happy birthday.
Ain't it
13.
13 years old? Yeah.
Teenager now.
He's a teenager.
Oh, Cooper graduated from the rec department. We'll have a ceremony out there. On graduation.
And he took a big hit during the Saluda Middle School win the other
Well,
night.
did he take a big hit or did he lay a big hit? If you ask him, he'd probably say he was the one
Lay a
laying the
big
hit.
hit, okay.
Yeah, he made a 4-yard scamper around the right end.
Woo!
Cooper, superstar.
They called him White Flash when he turned the corner.
White lightning.
Well, we proud of you, Cooper, and happy birthday
Well,
from all the Saluda.
He's
Night
back
gang.
now. He want to come get on camera
Oh,
where
he
everybody can see him.
Oh, he's back there?
Let's interview the water boy. He's
All
our lead.
right. Come
He's
on
our
over
lead
here.
water boy too.
He's about to choke.
Right, don't get him up there.
Oh, he's eating
Look, he's about
breakfast. Y'all have got him choked up.
I thought he was about to puke.
Come on up here, buddy.
Come on up, Cooper. You can have my headset. Come on around.
Everybody's
We
eating.
just want him to
Hey,
see.
get to
Oh,
that
we just
mic
want to
over
see
there.
him. Okay.
Come
There
on
you
up
go.
here.
Tell us
stay
about
on
that
there.
scamper.
Well, now, we have trouble getting 4 mics to work, but we can probably get the 5th one to work.
Now,
Make
Cooper,
sure it's on,
was
Tom.
that your
Turn it
first?
on.
Was that
You
your
asked the
first
wrong
carry
one.
ever in Saluda Middle School game?
Yes, sir.
Now, how was your heart pounding and your hands sweaty? Was you ready to get that ball and see what you could do?
Yes, sir.
And for a second, when I thought it looked like you finna break open to the clear,
Yes, sir.
you could see that boy beaming in on you. Didn't phase you a bit, did it?
No, sir.
Why didn't you give him the old stiff arm and knock him down and keep running?
I don't know.
You should have did that old stop and go, let him shot by you, and then you took off.
Yeah.
If you'd have scored, your mama would have had a heart attack.
She would have died right there in
Okay.
McCoy, guy. Yeah. Your daddy probably would have before she would have.
Now, in your mind, when you're running and you get that corner, and you see the man coming, in your mind, does it go through, hey, should I give him the shake move? Should I give him a stiff arm? Should I try to outrun him? What went through your mind when you saw him coming?
A little bit of all.
Really?
But my main was just to hit him.
Hit him.
There you go. Hey.
Yeah. Now, on Friday night, you and your brother, y'all the water boys. What do y'all have to do?
Ball boys.
Ball boys. I'm sorry. Water boy, ball boy.
What do y'all get thrown out this place now?
What do y'all have to do in preparation for that day? I mean, once school's over with, once you get over to the stadium, I mean, what all do y'all have to do?
We gotta make sure all the balls are pumped up, and we gotta get everything, all the balls and towels ready to make sure.
We push that mic closer to him.
Okay.
All right, now.
Say that one more time, Coop. What do y'all have to do? We want to make sure they heard you. As ball boys, what do y'all have to do?
We pump the balls up, we get all the towels ready, and we make sure everything's ready to go, good for the game.
Good deal.
I'm gonna let this out, okay? Because this is something that went on. But on possessions, on different positions, we would use different balls last year because we had to get the ball in play that we were gonna kick a field goal with. Yipheads and them always like to kick a certain ball, right? So we had to make sure we had the right rotation. So people think it's just throwing the ball in, throwing the ball out, but they're actually a play ahead because Yipheads had a certain ball that he liked to kick. And, we didn't want to do anything to mess up Yipheads, and I think he's probably listening this morning. But them guys had to be on point as to make sure Yipheads. See, a lot of that goes on people don't know about, but, they had
There's a lot of pressure on the ball boys down there.
They had a big job entrusted to them, and I can tell you what, we got two of the best in the state champs right there.
Cool, we hope you have a good birthday, buddy, okay?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
happy birthday, buddy. Happy
Yes,
birthday.
sir.
We're going to miss you at the rec department. Thanks for your 8
But we're
years
going to
of service.
enjoy watching you on Fridays here soon.
Yep. Thursdays and Fridays. That's right.
And keep eating them cheeseburgers that Mama play.
I will.
You need to gain about 50 pounds and about enough foot and a half. You'll be right where we need you.
Birthday to you.
Thank you, buddy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You embarrassing the boy.
Happy birthday, dear Cooper.
Throw something at him, Coop. We get that microphone and throw it at him.
Happy birthday to you. We
Is
hope
it
you
Bill
have a
Strickland's
happy
birthday, too?
Happy birthday.
Thank y'all.
All right, buddy. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
buddy. See you.
And let's get back to the college football. Who do you think will win the Georgia-Tennessee game?
Tennessee in a rout.
Well, hold on now. If we want to talk about college football for a second, let's talk about the caller on Carolina Calls last night. Did anybody hear about this or read
I
about
read
it?
it. I read it.
Tell us.
So, did you read about this, Tom? A man called in last night and talked to Coach Muschamp, and his question was, Coach, have you or your assistant coaches ever thought about wearing a ski mask instead of a face mask? Because then it'd be easier for you to steal Ray Tanner's money.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness.
I would love to know. Of course, Muschamp just laughed it off on the air, but I'd love to know what was really going through his mind. But kudos to that caller because he said what about 98% of the Gamecock faithful are feeling right now.
Carolina can't afford his buyout.
Well, now you may be right there, Bulldog. I don't know.
$14 million. How
long has he been there? This is 5th year?
This is his 5th year.
5th year? I think he still got it. I think he got to hang with Boom another couple of years.
Over there.
He just got you, I think, a legit offensive coordinator.
I do too.
I think they needed.
Like I said, I think you got to give him a couple more years. Bobo, I think, is going to run his offense. That's going to let Boone concentrate on his defense, and that's what he does. I think you're going to see Carolina improve. They're getting some decent recruits. I wouldn't bail out on them quite yet. I
Better
wouldn't.
hurry up and improve because they got to play us.
And listen,
Here's the thing.
and
Who's
they are
standing in line to get the job?
well, they are getting good recruits, but that's the problem. He's got good recruits since he's been there, and he can't develop them.
Well,
player development is his issue. In my opinion, player development is his issue. He's getting highly rated recruits, but he can't do anything with them. I agree with you. Maybe you ought to give him. Maybe you ought to give him another year or so. And who is waiting in line? Nobody. Ray Tanner could have went out and got. Steve Spurrier left in the middle of the season. All right. Tanner could have went out and got anybody he wanted to get. And we got Will Muschamp. So, do we really want him going out searching for a coach? I don't think so.
That same man won't interview Rich Rodriguez.
I mean, yeah. So, I don't know. I like Bobo. I'm glad they got Bobo. I think he's going to be a good offensive coordinator, but I'm not sure we're going to give him the time.
If you look, I mean, they're that close. They could beat 2-0 just as well as they could be.
Could be.
And if they squeak by Tennessee and then somehow get a win, I mean, everybody. It's funny how when you can win just by that much or lose by that much. If you lose by that much, it's like you done just got off. But if you win by that much, I mean, they only think they're the best coaches ever been. So.
Well, speaking of coaches,
Burton getting a roll on over there.
Coach Young, if we were to fire Will Muschamp, would you put it in your resume?
Wait a second, what are we talking about here? All right, am I live on is this mic going or?
Oh yeah.
It's time for the Coach Stuart Young Show on your Salute Now. The Stuart Young Show is brought to you by The Added Touch. Looking for a special gift for someone special? Look no further than The Added Touch. Gift, framing, decorating, bridal registry. The Added Touch, 116 North Main Street, Toledo. Call today, 864-445-7787, and get looking right tonight for Friday Night Lights. Now, here is your coach, Coach Stuart Young, with a glance back at last week and a look ahead to tonight's matchup. You're watching Saluda Now.
And we're glad to be here with you on Saluda Now as we're getting ready for kickoff tonight, 7:30. Bettis Hurlong Stadium at Matthews Field. The Gray Collegiate War Eagles are coming to town, and we're glad to have with us at this time Coach Stuart Young. Coach Young, thank you for joining us on Saluda Now.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us, like always. Appreciate it.
And, of course, we had an unfortunate turn of events this past week. 2 weeks, didn't we? 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been a part of anything like that. I mean, you've prepared for games and had them postponed for a couple of days, or maybe even one year I think we had on a Wednesday. The hurricane came through and it moved it to the end of the year, but we had never got to it Friday at lunchtime. And, we watched film that morning, and our kids were zoned in. I mean, we were really, really ready to go, and there were tears in their eyes, and I wanted to make sure I told them first, but it got out fast. And so as soon as I told them, by the time I got back to my classroom, I had my coaches texting me, "What's going on?" I'm saying, it just happened real quick, and I got a phone call from Coach Strickland at about 11. I knew something wasn't right. Most coaches don't call each other on game day, and so when I answered it, I knew something wasn't quite right.
I was actually on the way to Newberry, and Dr. Harvey Livingston was texting me and said, "I got an important announcement to make," and I was shocked myself. I said, "What have I done wrong now?" And getting called into the principal's office. But we've got to, and I know having another week off is not good, but we want to talk about that as we're going to face a formidable foe tonight. The Gray Collegiate War Eagles are coming to town. Preview that game for us, Coach.
Well, we're going real quick back to that last one. It's nobody's fault, and I don't want anybody to ever think that we're blaming anybody. I mean, it could happen to us today. So, I mean, nobody's fault. We'll play that game when it's time to play it. But anyway, this week, as for us, I'll talk about us first. We don't know who we are still. I mean, you just haven't had enough game action. We've got a few guys that were in the fire last year, but a lot of our guys, starting from the quarterback to the offensive line to the defense, linebackers at different positions, long snapper, punter, you name it. We haven't had anybody in the fire in a crucial situation in those positions, and so it's a lot of we don't know. it's kind of like a roller coaster of emotion. One minute you think we're ready, we got a good plan, and the next minute you just envision, you don't know. You see, they got a really good team, and speaking of their team, they're going to see. It doesn't take a lot of research. You can just go to Hupple and look. You see 4 guys that transferred in from other teams. Starting cornerback played at Calhoun County last year. Starting right tackle played at River Bluff last year. Starting quarterback played at Batesburg last year. Starting linebacker played at Westwood last year. So that's just 4 that I just did a quick research on yesterday for about 30 minutes. And so they're playing with some, and not to mention the talent they already had there. And they just got a guy get an offer from Georgia State yesterday, number 3. He's a ball player. He never comes off the field, wide receiver, safety. And so they're good. The running back's the best in the state, in my opinion. He had 279 all-purpose yards against Batesburg-Leesville, 250 on the ground with about 40 carries. So it ain't gonna be no secret. He's tough. So we did our best to game plan for him. We'll see what happens. But like I said, but at the same time, I'm going to take a little bit different approach today myself. Let's enjoy it a little bit more. Try not to be quite as uptight like y'all made fun of me last week. I don't know when we'll play again. This might be the last one for a while. So I'm going to try my best to enjoy it and have it and be in the moment a little more tonight, like you told me before. So.
And Georgia State, that's where Stetson Bennett went, and he transferred back to Georgia. And it made him a great quarterback, I tell you what. So that's a good place to go.
All right, y'all have a good day. I'll appreciate you having me.
And we appreciate Coach Stewart Young for joining us here on the program today. We look forward to seeing him tonight, as well as all the other Tigers out there at Bettis Hurlong. Pre-game starts at 7, kickoff at 7:30. And let's preview the game tonight, fellas.
Well, let's go back to last week real quick. And I know Coach Young, his first obligation is his team, but I want him to change a little bit. And his first obligation needs to be to call me and let me know first. I sat there last week, okay? I done settled in my chair and I watched the highlights of the state championship game. And I'm like this. I'm climbing that mountain and I done hit my peak. I told Tommy I could have roundhouse kicked Chuck Lawrence in the mouth last week. And then all of a sudden I get it, we're not playing. Well, then all of a sudden I'm amped up and I have nowhere to go. And I don't have a whistle to swing, Coach Young, so I got to get me something going on. So I was pumped up. So I'm not going to get pumped up as early this week. All right, so I'm on, about 6 o'clock, I'm going to start getting pumped up and ready to go. But I missed football last week, and I'm going to tell you, it was a long ride to North Carolina. That's where I ended up last week. It was a long ride to North Carolina knowing that we didn't play football. So looking forward to it. I hope nothing happens, and I can't wait to get out there tonight and play.
And
I know
Tommy,
the Grays got a good team.
And Tommy, you've seen a little bit on both sides because your dad is the coach at Newberry and everything.
What you mean?
About when you heard the announcement.
Oh, yeah, I was upset. I was excited for the game and all, and actually Coach Young's the one that broke the news to me. Well, I kind of simultaneous with somebody else, and I was out in the field now. Yeah, I was pretty upset. I was ready to watch a good football game, and I just hate that it happened.
Tommy, you was a bundle of nerves up here last week.
Yeah,
I thought you was
nervous.
coaching against.
No, I was just.
You were
ready to watch
torn.
the
What?
game.
You didn't know what to do.
Well, it's my daddy, but at the same time, I coach all these kids that are playing for Saluda right now. I didn't coach any of the kids at Newberry, and I was really, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was wearing my black and camouflage. I wasn't wearing navy. I wasn't wearing purple. So,
How about you, Kevin?
Well, I'm just looking forward to a good game tonight. I'm sort of like Jeffrey. It was heartbreaking around lunchtime last week. You ready to go watch what you think is going to be a good football game, and never had to deal with that before as a fan. A game being called off, or postponed, I guess I should say. It was it was just an empty feeling. And imagine just as a fan, as amped up as we are. Imagine how the players felt. I'm sure they were, as Coach Young said, they had tears in their eyes, man. They as amped up as we were to watch them, they were amped up to get out there and go to battle. And hate it for them. But looking forward to getting back out there this week. Hopefully we got our fingers crossed. And hopefully, we'll have a good plan for that running back and that running attack from Gray Collegiate and come out winners tonight, Paul.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, first, like he said, it's nobody's fault. I mean, anybody can get it, and I don't even. I mean, whoever got it, it could be us, it could be anybody. So we don't blame when a game gets canceled in a situation like this. You just hope everybody gets over it and gets through it. I mean, but if we can make it 5 o'clock day and that bus leaves, I feel confident they won't do no kind of test from 5 to late in the night. But anything can happen between now and I say 5 o'clock when they leave. But I just he mentioned about that running back. I had a guy call me yesterday that daughter goes to Great Collegiate. He was talking about the running back, and that's going to be the key to our game tonight. I mean, if we win, because the guy's unbelievable. Hadn't been tackled by a single person yet. A single person. Now he's been tackled.
Yeah.
But one person's not going hardly bring him down. He'll bounce off of him, and like I said, he'll have all kind of all-purpose yards. But I still think our games this year, we're gonna have to outscore them, and it wouldn't surprise me. We both teams in the 30s tonight trying to win the game. But I think we'll have to outscore a lot of teams and be very, very cautious of getting turnovers from the other team. If we get a turnover from them, we need to take advantage of whether it's a touchdown or 3 point.
Yeah,
we need to put points on the board off the turnovers.
We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, something that we hadn't talked about today. Gray has shown everything they're going to do. Saluda hasn't. So what is Gray going to do defensively? Because they don't, I mean, they played Eau Claire, didn't show anything. Saluda did. How are they going to stop Tyleek Mathis and Monkey Baker? Because it's going to look a little bit different than it did 2 weeks ago. Absolutely.
And see, that's where I was going with the next question is what, we know they got a great running back, a great running attack, but what do they look like defensively? I personally hadn't seen anything of them. What does Saluda have to do to keep the ball out of that running back's hands? And maybe this is a situation where a good, steady, sort of slow-paced offense is your best defense. I don't know. It's be interesting to see how our coaches have planned to attack this thing and get us a victory tonight.
And tonight's game is even more important than the one last week. I mean, this is the winner of this game is going to set that person in the pace car. I mean, with us having Batesburg and Newberry still to come, we got Columbia next week, so we're gonna get another week where we kind of idle, and we're gonna finish up the home stretch for Batesburg and Newberry. But it's gonna set you out 1-0. Now, if Great was to beat us, they would have a lap on everybody with us and Batesburg out in the top 14. So that would leave them only Newberry to worry about. And see, Newberry still got the whole 3-game gauntlet to go, which set them behind they're not behind the 8 ball, but it set them up for their 3 games at the end. So
is that a little added pressure?
Yeah,
then you got to do this.
Yeah, last week was a big game because it's the first big game. But now you had to move that to the back burner. Where now, you got tonight's a real big game, and like I said,
tonight's a bigger game now because of what happened last week.
Yeah, I agree.
And we better be ready. That's all I got.
I think it bodes well for Saluda to try to keep that running back inside the tackles. Defensive line last week looked really good. Some big boys. I think if you can keep him inside the tackles, you'll be all right. And same thing goes for them. If they can keep Tyleek from getting the ball in space or Monkey getting the ball in space, it can bode well for them. But I don't know what's going to happen.
So just looking at the stats here so far for Gray Collegiate, first 2 games or 3 games. What have they played? They've played 3 already, haven't they? I think so. They're averaging 293 rushing yards per game, 167 receiving yards per game, 5 receiving touchdowns, 7 rushing touchdowns. So averaging 4 touchdowns a game, and just running it all over people.
And they beat Batesburg.
Their biggest fella they got in the hat that they played a legitimate team. When not putting down another team, they played a contender already. Where we hadn't played a contender Newberry hadn't played a contender, so
They're about to test.
that, yeah. I mean,
So to speak.
So I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm nervous right now, ready to see it. But I really think I know that they'll turn the ball over. I don't how many turnovers. They probably won't say how many turnovers they had, but I know they had several turnovers that kept Batesburg in the game.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 turnovers, and that kept Batesburg in the game. So I mean, the turnover possibilities are going to be there, which is the same for us to be said too. But they have shown to turn the ball over, so we've got to capitalize on any mistake. And us playing at home, we need the home crowd to be loud. So I don't see them bringing 100 people, 150, 200 people max.
I can tell you this, Paul. I don't see anything about the turnovers. They've had 8 different guys score touchdowns in 3 games. 8 different guys. And I had one more stat here.
So they're running a lot of small routes then.
And
If they have 8 guys scoring.
got a wide receiver named Adams, number 16. Has 500 all-purpose yards, and I think he leads their
And didn't
team
the quarterback come from
so far.
Batesburg? And he's pretty good, ain't he?
He was good last
Yeah,
year.
I think he struggled a little bit in the game against Batesburg, and but I think
But
when
now
you
he had
turn
a
when
lot
you
of opposition to
well
him.
when you can turn around and hand the ball off to somebody who's getting 270 yards, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You know.
The pressure, I mean, man,
Yeah.
that
But
does.
wasn't
Oh,
he
yeah.
getting booed and stuff?
Well, he had a lot of pressure too. He played under a lot of pressure playing against his old team too, so that probably mounted up.
And he ain't gonna have that pressure over here at Salute.
No, it's probably tough on him too, because he still lives in Batesburg, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
But he's got more opportunities to go to a bigger college at Gray Collegiate than he did at Batesburg.
Wrong.
That's
Oh,
wrong.
you disagree with that?
Yes.
You got
I'm
kids
not
from
getting into all that.
you got kids from schools in 1A that
Well, ain't
win
that what
1 or 2
they
games
tried
a
to
year that are
they
going to
tried-
Division 1 schools.
Ain't
That's
that what
it.
they tried to get
go out
stirred
and
up.
recruit 'em?
He got that big
They
student
tell
stir
you
up back
that,
there.
they tell you that you got more opportunities if you go to Gray than if you do to Saluda or
I'm sure they
Batesburg
do.
or Newberry. Ain't that what they tell them?
That's what the pitch is, yeah.
They're not just sitting out there and saying, "Oh, I think I want to go to Gray." No, the coach comes visit them, just like Muschamp does visit the people all over the place.
And they say they don't, but they do.
I mean, in
Just one more thing on the stat, and we can keep going with this line. Bert's trying to stir the pot here a little bit, and I like it. Yards per carry, Gray's averaging 9 yards per carry, 14.5 yards per catch.
Woo.
That's pretty good numbers, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you know, they played one cupcake, they played one good
But
team.
now,
That's
that
impressive
was
numbers.
against Batesburg, and I still believe Saluta's defense is the best in the region, hands down.
I hope you're right, Bulldog.
We ain't been tested yet, but I still believe we number 1 in the region.
Well,
We might be number 1 in the state.
I think we're gonna have some kids step up tonight. You know, new stars. Great night for new stars to shine. So, I mean, it'd be people we talking about next week that played good this week, and I mean it's coming. You know that every year you're gonna have sides of the ones we know we're gonna like. I mean, sometimes some kids are just big game kids, and we'll find out tonight. I mean,
Because if we go back to Benedict this time, I'm going to get me a hot dog. I'm going to be the first in line. I ain't going to wait till they have last Sweeney at halftime.
I tell you what, if they go back to Benedict, I'll buy you 2 hot dogs.
Yeah. I will too. You eat hot dogs
But
all
you know
night
what,
long.
Tommy? We didn't even have to worry about that. We was starving to death down there. Lamar Berry, I asked him, I said, "Did you bring me a hot dog?" He said, "No, all they had is a box of Skittles." I
Well,
said, "What?
they
a
eat
box
too.
of
They
Skittles?"
sold out down there.
And we had a whole buffet for the press. We had to pay them people $1,000 up on the 6th floor of that big monstrous press box they got up there.
They ain't even bringing
Had a whole
the Coca-Cola
buffet
or
back.
nothing.
We didn't even know nothing about it.
Well, and I think another thing we haven't talked about is the crowd.
I wish I'd have known they had an elevator up there. We toted all the equipment up them steps. Well, I'm sorry, Tom.
No, you all right. You all
I'm
right.
still breathing hard from that.
Tommy
You
wasn't
got
listening, but he will be.
Gray Collegiate's playing their game at Midland Recreation Complex in West Columbia. Probably
300 people show up.
All them rich folks can't afford to build a stadium.
No, and what are they going to do when they come to Saluda? I noticed capacity's down, but it's still going to be packed. And how are they going to react to that? I mean, it makes a difference when you got people hollering and yelling.
It don't matter if our stands are full or not. Burton will cut the thing up so it sounds like there's 10 people.
It's going to be interesting.
Because we're going to be outside this time.
Breaking news. Are you breaking some news on Saluda Now this
I'll break
morning?
it right now. We are going to have the Saluda Now zone in the stadium.
So, folks, when you get over there and you see a big thing of caution tape, nobody died there. That's just what Bulldog Burt, where he wants to set up. Stay out of there.
Nobody died yet. You tried to kill me.
I'd hate to see Bulldog Burt go off on somebody because they sitting inside the caution tape.
Yeah.
He has chopped people before.
Me and you, most especially.
We ain't talking about Carolina today, have we? Don't they play this weekend?
We talked about Muschamp getting chided on Carolina calls. But, I mean, let's talk about it. I think we might break into the win column.
One of our listeners, B.J. Hurlong, why don't you call in? Gray's quarterback
He's got a good chance to win the prize.
Remember what he did last year when he was at B&A.
BJ,
he didn't call in.
Paul just brought up a good point. You might want to call in and ask this question because you might have a good chance to win that $30 gift certificate to what you call it, the added touch. I'm sorry, it left my mind there for a second. The added touch. BJ, call in and ask that question. We might hook you up.
Yep.
There's a chance of it. Justin Anderson, Brent Addis, Jason Jordan.
Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Somebody
I'm
call
gonna go ahead
in.
and say it. The first caller wins the added touch gift card. 864-980-7768. The first caller. Bert, you got your phone on? Is it charged up? Lord have mercy.
Alright. Hey. I want to know how bad are we going to beat them? What's the score? Ooh.
Bulldog, my first caller. Am I getting the gift card? This is Jason. I tell you what, Kevin, did you forget my tickets for tonight? Yeah, okay. Alright, good. Alright. Am I in the Saluda Now zone, just right outside it? Okay. Yeah. I'll pick it up at Crouches. Okay. Alright, what about, what do y'all think, if Saluda was to come out tonight and just on offense and just go tempo, wear Gray down a little bit, and then come back with a rushing attack and just pound them out?
keep their running back off the field, and us to milk the clock, and then all of a sudden they gonna get tired. Monkey probably 220, 225 now, and I mean they just gonna beat him, and then all of a sudden you gonna hit Tyleek out in open space, and it's gonna go from like slow motion to like, good gracious, there you go. You know, so I mean, I think we're gonna set the pass up with the run tonight instead of last year we set the run up with the pass. But I look for us to run first night, pass second.
I like it. If my opinion matters at all, that's what I'd go with. You know, let's try to grind it out. Let's run the ball, keep them off the field, keep the time rolling, and hopefully go home with a W.
You got two of the best game planners in the state of South Carolina on your coaching staff, and Coach Young and Coach Webb, and I think Coach Webb will have something for them. I look for them to try to grind them out and keep them off the field a little bit. Like you said, run the ball first and set up the pass later.
All right, thank you so much, Jason, for calling in. You can pick up your gift card at Crouch's. It's a $30 gift card to the Added Touch. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back with you on Saluda Now. We thank you all for tuning in today.
Shop local at Economy Furniture. Huge savings on Benchcraft, Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishings, and so many more. Visit our website now to see all our specials at economyfurniture.com. Right on the corner, right on the price.
Save money, save time. Shop Crouch's first. Whether it's lumber, paint, hardware, electrical, plumbing, we supply you from feed to field. Yeti, Traeger, Blackstone, Costa, Salty Britches, Milwaukee, Makita, and much more. Come by and visit us today. 508 North Main Salute or call 864-445-0063. Edwards Heating and Cooling, Saluda, South Carolina, provides you excellent service when it comes to your HVAC unit. Keith and Dawn Edwards have many years' experience in the heating and cooling business. They invite you to call them today, 864-445-0088, or visit their website, edwardsandheatingcoolingllc.com. Go, Saluda Tigers! When it comes tax time, look no further than H&R Block, 304th North Main, Saluda. They make sure you get all the deductions you need to save money. When it comes tax time, trust the professionals at H&R Block. Call them 864-445-2958 and like them on Facebook. Miggs of Saluda, serving tasty dishes, appetizers, fresh salads, hot out of the oven fresh subs, chicken, steak, and seafood, and the best Italian dishes and pizza around. Visit them today, 216 Greenwood Highway. For a drive-through or pickup, call ahead, 864-445-9990. At Motor Coach Paint and Body, we put quality first. Whether it's your vehicle, RV, boat, or aircraft, we can handle it all. Leave it to us to take care of your insurance claims, or you can pay us right out of your pocket. So call BR Britt Reams today, 864-445-7747, and like us on Facebook. Newberry County Memorial Hospital, your hospital. Our mission is to provide exceptional care with a personal touch. Newberry Hospital is engaged in the passionate pursuit of optimal care, treatment, and convenience. Our goal is to always be the first choice for your quality health care needs. No one handles care better newberryhospital.org. There's only one thing faster than a Stuart Young offense. YourNorthland.com. With internet, cable, TV, and phone beginning at $25 a month, you can get out of the slow lane and into the fast lane in no time. So speed it up with YourNorthland.com. Northland Cable, a proud supporter of Saluda Tiger Athletics. Come play the thrill of the hill at Persimmon Hill Golf Club. With the longest hole in South Carolina, you're sure to be challenged. Afterwards, unwind with your friends around the 19th hole in our restaurant. 126 Golf Club Avenue. We welcome to see you at Persimmon Hill Golf Club. Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing. For over 50 years, we've been serving our customers by providing reasonable services at prices you can afford. When it comes time to get your car or truck towed in, call us. 864-543-2957. We serve 96 and Saluda 24/7. Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing. Punk's PB and Jam. 1150 Batesburg Highway is open to serve you Wednesday through Saturday, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. with breakfast, lunch, and catering. Call ahead for takeout, 864-445-3434. Punk's PB and Jam.
JRA Exterminating, the most trusted name in pest extermination. Remember, folks, whether it's cockroaches or piss ants, call Justin Anderson at JRA Exterminating today at 803-532-1122 or at www.jraexterminating.com.
At Saluda Nursing and Rehab Center, caring is a way of life. Our 176-bed nursing facility serves Saluda County since 1968. We offer 24/7 skilled nursing care, and our staff is consistent, compassionate, caring, and knowledgeable. Outpatient rehab therapy services are provided through Physicians Order Services. Call for a free tour, 864-445-2146 or saludanursing.org. The Law Office of Nancy T. Jordan specializes in family court matters and representing individuals injured in automobile collisions. At the Law Office of Nancy T. Jordan, you get experienced, compassionate results. When you need legal representation, call 803-785-7879 or email Nancy at nancyjordanlaw.com. The Ridge Baptist Association is 24 member churches sharing the gospel of Christ. We partner together, serve alongside each other, learn from one another, and connect to God. We invite you to come visit us this Sunday in one of our member churches. Ridge Baptist Association, better together. The town of Saluda, working together for the betterment of our municipality. We encourage the Tigers tonight, both on the field and off the field, as they work in the classroom. And we are a proud supporter of Saluda Now. Timeless Roofing, over 25 years experience, licensed and insured. Before and after, you can see quality and integrity. Never gets old. TimelessRoofingSC.com. Call for a free quote, 803-687-4184. And tell them Cuz sent you.
to a Midlands institution, Whiz's Eatery, 110 Church Street, Batesburg, Leesville, where they have mouth-watering burgers, steak and seafood, great salad bar, as well as pizza. Call in tonight, 803-532-1157, or stop by and dine in. Whiz's Eatery.
And we're back here with you on the Timeless Roofing Friday morning sports drive here from Pumps. And we had delicious breakfast, didn't we, fellas?
Oh, absolutely.
Good.
Good for one.
Come on out and get your breakfast sandwich. I think they serve breakfast till about 10 or so.
I think everything's off the grill today. And so we if they post a special, we'll post it on Saluda now. Y'all got any final thoughts this morning, fellas?
Just come out tonight, support your Saluda Tigers, defending state champs. Great team we're playing tonight. Should be a really tough matchup. And you find out tonight what kind of team you got. So I'm anxious to see some of our young stars step up and shine bright, and just really looking forward to a game. I will not start getting prepared till about 5 o'clock, like Paul said earlier.
Right now. Ain't you, Paul?
Yeah, I'm going to try to ease into this one this Friday. And if we can make it 5 o'clock and they get on the bus coming this way, I know we're going to be playing. They won't stop at the traffic circle, do no testing, nothing like that. So I feel good about it, and I feel good that Gray won't. I mean, I feel pretty sure we're going to play tonight. So, but it's going to be a big game, and it's going to come down to bottling up that running back for Gray Collegiate. I think he's averaging about 280 yards, all-purpose yards, and they got athletes all over the field, well recruited high school in the state. They go out and do a lot of good recruiting. Our recruiting's down a little bit this year. We got them boys from Ridge Spring last year, and we didn't get to get many this year. But I tell you, it's going to be tough, but I look for us to win in a shootout. And somewhere in the 30s, I would think. Jeff said 38, 35. I'm going to probably be right in there with him. I think it'll be a shootout.
You know, when we played Gray Collegiate in 2017 here, it was 17 to 14. Do y'all remember that field goal that night?
I do.
We was praying what one?
That's it, yep. And that would have been Strickland, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was my find, Strickland. He hit the game winner.
He that night.
Yep.
Wasn't it at the end of the game?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
The end of the game, he won the game. Because we thought we was going to overtime. Remember, Paul?
Yeah.
I said, y'all get ready, we're going to overtime. It was 30-something yard field goal. And
Yep, he nailed it.
Through the middle.
So that was an exciting night. I look for tonight. Hopefully it'll be the same excitement. Just come out and support them. I mean, that's all we can say. Stadium's going to be a little different tonight. Sit where you're supposed to sit.
Is the band going to be there?
Yeah, they'll be there.
Yeah, home games, I think, will be there.
You know, that hurt me more than anything, was to be down at Eau Claire when we played them there and seeing the boys run off the field and face the Stone Stadium, which they were exiting out pretty quick, and they was singing the alma mater by themselves. No cheerleaders, well, there were
Cheerleaders were there, yeah. We sang it a cappella.
No band, no music. I said, I've got to get alma mater down on my PA system because I was playing the Tiger Rag.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all heard it on me, but I was playing, and I imagine the Eau Claire people heard it. They didn't really care. They was glad we was there. We was selling them hot dogs left and right out there at that food truck, and they was just going on and on about how many people we done brought over there.
Oh, yeah.
The monstrosity of the stadium.
Yeah, the guy said 400. He said he knew that we had over 400 people.
Yeah.
So you know that your home crowd doesn't have a big crowd when they put the food truck on the visitor side. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you so. But he was happy to see us. He gave me a card and said, "Hey, I need 2 days notice and I'll come to Saluda." I said, "You come to Saluda?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "If y'all bring this many visiting fans," he said, "I can tell them what y'all got at home."
I wish he'd come tonight. I could eat them big old smoked sausage dogs with that chili on it. Good.
Well, you know, I did have some chicken wings and coming home. Remember you said?
And I was salivating out the mouth because you was eating them chicken wings. I was steady driving. Lord, help me get home. All I can do is smell them chicken wings. I should have got some.
I tell you, I'd have got you some. Yeah.
Our official total that night. but we're looking forward to the night's matchup and come on out and be a part of it. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to be back playing football on Friday night. It was a little different. Of course, me and Bay went out of town, and we had a good time out of town. But you can go and have we had a little date and everything. All right. Well, that's going to do it for today. Anything else y'all want to say before we go?
Go Tigers. And remember, basketball sign-ups at the rec department first week of November. I think it's the 5th, 6th, and 7th. But I got a flyer out on Saluda County Recreation Facebook page, so make sure you sign up. A couple things will be different where we'll be playing during the week at 6 or 7 o'clock, and then they'll practice once a week, either on Saturday or Sunday. We're just going to cut down on crowd, traffic control, same guidelines, wear your mask, sit with the people you come with. You know, there's things we're doing everywhere we go now, but we will be playing, and I play in our games at Hollywood during the week. But we're going to get started back and then work our way into baseball season in the spring. So we back live action at the rec department.
And I'll always tell the parents, it's warm in the gym and there's no rainouts. So come out and play basketball. Love it.
And it's winter months, and it gives your kid at least 2 hours of activity during the week where they don't have to worry about schoolwork or nothing. They can just run and have fun during the winter months. And kids, they want to get out and run a little bit. They don't have to be good at it. We start at the age of 5 up to 13, so just come out and sign up, and we make sure parents be ready to volunteer. We need new volunteers, new coaches. You don't have to know a thing about it. We can set you right up. Great time to fellowship with your people in the stands and watch your kids play. And most important, get a little exercise and out the house as a family for 2 hours a week.
And trunk or treat will be at the rec department. It's going to be drive-through this time. I don't know how they're going to set it up. We'll figure that out. But it's going to be Halloween night, which is on Saturday night, 5:30. The sheriff's department's coming out there. Saluda Now is going to be there broadcasting on 87.9 FM. So you'll be able to hear all the hip-hop Halloween music on Saluda Now, and we'll also be chiming in with different ones. Maybe Paul will be there. One of us will be there. We're going to be handing out candy too.
Saluda Now, we'll have a station set up. We're going to hand out candy, and as you come by, we might get to interview a couple people through the window or whatever. So it'll be a fun night. Maybe we can put some of your costumes on Saluda Now, and that way a lot of people can see you dressed up. So make sure you get your costumes.
Because they are always dressed up, looking good. We love the children coming out. Folks, that's going to wrap it up tonight. We hope to see you out at the ball field tonight. Bettis Hurlong Stadium at Matthew Field. Pre-games at 7, kickoffs at 7:30. Thank you so much for joining us for It's Been the Timeless Roofing Friday Morning Drive Show here live from Punks. Come out to Punks. The lunch starts at 11 o'clock, folks. Have a great day. It's time for the Timeless Roofing Friday Morning Sports Drive, 6:30 to 8, live from Punks PB&J, where we're open for breakfast, lunch, and catering. Timeless Roofing, over 25 years experience, licensed and insured, quality, integrity, never go old at timelessroofingsc.com. Call for a free quote, 803-687-4184. Saluda Now is sponsored by Ag South, Allen Harmon Trucking, Berry Insurance Agency, Bobby K. Roof Builders, Carolina Healthcare, Saluda Family Practice, Dr. Deborah Gray, CB Forest Consult, Cricket Wireless, Crumley Ford,
Crouch Hardware and Farm Supply, Dr. Ralph and Riley MD, Economy Furniture, Edwards Heating and Cooling, Floyd Nicholson for Senate District 10, H&R Block, JRA Exterminating, Josh Price for Sheriff, Kelly White State Farm Insurance, Lakebury Properties, Luncheon Treats, Mix of Saluda, Molly Spearman, Secretary of Education, Motor Coach Paint and Body, Newberry Hospital, Northland Cable, Persimmon Hill Country Club, Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing, Punk's BB and Jam, Ramey Funeral Home, Saluda Body Collision Repair and Towing, Saluda Livestock Market, Saluda Nursing and Rehab Center, Saluda Smile Makers, South State Bank, The Added Touch, the Law Office of Nancy T. Jordan, the Ridge Baptist Association of Churches, the Town of Saluda, Timeless Roofing, Wizards of Batesburg Leesville, and World Finance Corporation. We're glad you're tuned in each week as we cover all sports. So call in to tell us your thoughts. Prizes and giveaways and great times are ahead. We thank you for joining us this Friday for the Timeless Roofing Friday Morning Sports Drive, live from Punk's PB and Jam.